Okay, I was literally going to wait to make my first video, but then this whole situation happened, and I couldn't wait, and I didn't want my first video to be an opinion video, and I'm not a very, like, judgy person. Literally, I had to watch this video, like, 4 times, and I stopped within a couple minutes because I was literally having a mental breakdown. This video literally made me cry. It was so fucking funny and so fucking offensive. And she's like, oh, I'm not trying to be offensive or anything. You can say you're not trying to be offensive, but it's still gonna offend people. It's not gonna stop people from being offended. I like how I didn't even say what I'm making a video about, but everyone probably already knows because it's kind of fucking obvious. Trisha Paytas, the wonderful trans male. I look like I have a bowl cut. I'm sick and I look like shit. This needed to be fucking done. Now, first of all, I'm a trans male, so I can't be transphobic. But first of all, I have over 2 pages of fucking notes because I can't remember shit. And that was a lot of offensive shit she said. And I also have a cold cup of tea. I'm not trying to be cool, that's because I'm sick. So I guess we're gonna begin. First off, she talks about the air conditioner is blowing my favor. She talks about how she wants to be referred to as T. Totally fine. Not a big deal. Like, if you want to have a nickname, you can have a nickname. It's just... Then she proceeds to say that she doesn't feel like she identifies as a female. Again, completely fine for most people. But just everything that she's done and how she is, it could be cool. You could you could identify as non-binary or gender fluid or all this shit. I don't judge people. If I don't understand it, I'm not going to judge people because I don't understand it. If I understood it, I wouldn't judge people. Then she talks about how now she's ultra girly and how when she was younger, people teased her because she looked like a boy and had a boy haircut and had hair on her lip and on her face. First of all, people are stupid. Second of all, she's stupid. This part made me literally start hysterical laughing. She said people made fun of me for my hair lip a lot. First you identify as a female to male transgender person, then people make fun of you for your hair lip. Hair lip. Grammar please, thank you. Then she said once she was around 18 years old, she started spending money on her hair and makeup and all that stuff. Okay. Then she talks about, I know I'm going by like my notes, but like, I can't. I literally looked dead inside too. She talks about how she wore sports bras because her natural chest was uneven. First of all, she said a different word instead of chest. I personally feel uncomfortable saying that word because I'm female to male, and I don't like that at all. First of all, gross word. Second of all, she talks about how they were uneven. Female to male people don't talk about that. People that female to male don't notice that. They just want it gone. And how she used sports bras to flatten her chest because they were uneven. Just because they were uneven. And if you flatten your chest, that means you're trans. You don't need dysphoria, you just need to flatten your chest. This is gonna be a long ass video. I'm only like 5 bullets in. Then she talks about how she didn't like attention from older guys on the street. I'm pretty sure most people don't like that. I can't speak for everyone, but Yeah. Then she talks about how she likes I'm gonna say it. How she likes boobs and how she likes to show them off. Again, where's the dysphoria? Nowhere. And she says she identifies with men better. She doesn't identify with men. She identifies with them better. And she doesn't have a lot of girlfriends who have sensitivity. So that doesn't make her a girl. Because she doesn't have friends that are girls. Then she says she likes guys. Therefore, she identifies as a guy. A gay guy. And she's like, oh, gay men love glam and voluptuousness. And how she's a female to male drag queen. First of all, fine. If you're female to male and you're a drag queen, cool. But why would you... I just don't get it. She says she doesn't like to be the center of attention unless she wants to. Again, that's fine. But it's a little weird how everything just doesn't match up. It's just like, instead of like, it's like, get it? I'm 5 years old now. Then she says that she never wears hair and makeup, and when she doesn't, she looks insane. And that just makes her a guy, you know? If you don't do your hair and makeup, you're a guy. That's just how it is. She's just letting herself go. She's not a guy because she doesn't wear hair and makeup and she doesn't like wearing that. People could wear that. Girls could wear that and still be girl. It doesn't make them a guy. But then at the end, she goes ahead and says, oh, if you don't wear hair and makeup, that doesn't make you a guy, then you're still female. Like, it's just so stupid. And then she says she's attracted to guys, but not straight guys, that she's attracted to gay guys. That, my friends, if you're a female, is called a gay fetish. It doesn't make you a fucking gay man. She also says straight guys turn her off, and she doesn't like the masculine energy, yet all of her friends are guys. And she's attracted to gay guys, and she's masculine, which again doesn't make any sense at all with anything. Also, she dated Jason Nash, or whatever the fuck his name is. He's masculine, he's not feminine, he's not gay, so why date him? It's then she gets to this part. Quote, I always had, she whispers this, penis envy. That then she says life would be easier if I had that part. She doesn't continue to say penis or dick or whatever the fuck. She just says that part. Then she goes to say that she's an assertive and masculine energy, and that if she's a female, that makes her a bitch, and if she's male, that just makes her a male. Yeah. That the trans community has always called her, and she should be the advocate. First of all, you can be an ally to the trans community and not be trans. You could totally do that. But then she continues to say that she should be the advocate. First of all, there's multiple advocates. I'm an advocate. Most of my friends are advocating, I guess you could say. And you could be an ally and advocate for it. But now all of a sudden she's the advocate. The only one. That she should be the advocate. Then she goes on to say that she has issues with labels, and the video is called I Am Transgender, in parentheses, female to male. And she's also a gay man. But she doesn't like labels. No, labels, what's that? Labels, they're not a thing. Second page, finally, 10 minutes in. Then she continues to call transgender people transgendered. And that she chooses to identify as a boy. Now, yes, you do choose to identify with who you are, but you don't choose to be a male in the inside. You could choose not to come out, and then therefore you don't really identify publicly as that, but you are. But then she says she identifies as a boy. A boy. Yes, that's fine for most young transgender people. But a 30-year-old woman identifies as a boy. Now I'm starting to wonder if this is like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, it's like Peter Pan syndrome. Then she continues to say that they them pronouns are confusing, which I do understand. They can be confusing at times, especially if you don't understand it. Like, I'm pretty good with it, because, I mean, I just am. But then she just says that she doesn't like it and that it's confusing to her. And she says that Sam Smith said, "I'm a they." I'm a they. The correct grammar would be, I prefer they them pronouns, or I like to be, okay, it is kind of hard to say, but I identify with non-binary people, or I use they them pronouns. Then she says that she chooses not to identify with multiple personalities. I'm guessing that she means gender fluid. First of all, gender and personalities, they aren't the same, if you know what I mean. If you choose to transition, your personality is still the same. You're still the same person. But she doesn't identify as multiple personalities. There's multiple personality disorder, which you seem to have. Or you're just on crack. But yeah, that part. Then she talks about how some days she wants to be a guy, sometimes she wants to be a girl. That's gender fluid. That's what she meant by multiple personalities, but that's not multiple personalities. That's just your gender expression. Or gender, I don't know. That, yeah. I'm not great with, I know what gender fluid is, but I'm not great with, like, the whole in-depth thing. Then she can use it, she's been with transgendered people. She's been with a male to female trans. She calls trans people transes. So I'm a trans. I identify with the transes. Yes. Then she says with male to female people, you still get the woman energy, with a different feeling. I have nothing to say about that one. She never identified with her name and hated the name Trish. Again, fine. Females, males, transgender, cisgender, gay, straight, everything. You cannot like your name. Like, some people just don't like their name and don't feel connected to their name. I didn't feel connected to my name, but that's because it was a female name and I'm a male, and that just didn't go together. She says that she doesn't identify with the name Trish, but then she doesn't need to be called T. She still goes by Trish. It just doesn't make sense. Then she says when she had her short hair, she felt free and liberated. Yeah, if a female cuts off her hair, she might feel free and liberated, because she just does. And that if she had short hair, she could just roll out of the bed and go, which is true. But that, again, sounds like a female issue, that you don't want to do your hair and makeup and all this shit. That you just want to get out of bed and go, which you could do. You could have short hair and be female. You don't need to be a male to have short hair. Then she called straight men gross, which I thought was hilarious. And that she didn't feel, when she did the whole Zac Efron, whatever the fuck, she didn't feel into body as a boy, which that sentence just didn't make sense. I don't know if it's the way I wrote it or the way she actually said it, but that just didn't make sense. And then she talks about how she when she dressed up as a boy, how she had her chest and ass, and she felt like a thick boy. And that people will think she's crazy because she's trans. No, sweetie. People don't think you're crazy because you're trans. People think you're crazy because you aren't trans and you're identifying as trans, and nothing about what you're saying is anything that a transgender person feels. She then continues to say that she identifies with both genders, but she's not a they them. That's called gender fluidity or gender expression, whatever. This is the best part. This is the most iconic part. Do I think I'm transgender? Yes, 1000%. Do I identify with my natural born gender? 1000%. I just realized that the whole world has been a lie. That you can be trans but also identify with your natural gender. Then she says that she's never been excited about being female. People don't get excited about... I don't understand that, really. Yes. Then she talks about how she strapped down her chest. So if you want to flatten your fucking chest, you're a boy. If you want to have a smaller chest, you're a boy, sis. Some lesbians like flattening their chest. It's just... then she says she identifies with a boy and relates to being a gay man because she relates to being a gay man. She likes gay men, so she identifies as a gay man. I don't. And are sensitive and sweet and admire women. And at the same time, they're masculine. First of all, sis, you said you didn't like masculine. Second of all, not all gay men are sensitive and sweet and admire women. Some are assholes. And not all straight men are asses. It's personality, not sexuality. I was editing this, I realized that sounds like a fucking chant against Trisha Paytas, and it's great. It's sexuality, not personality. Now she's comparing sexuality, and this shit triggered me so much. I'm acting. Then she says how she never identifies with females because they're catty and competitive. Sis, again, that's personality, not sexuality or gender. That is personality. That happens when you talk to certain people. Love that for us. Yes, I'm on my bed, and yes, I'm can't life. And then she says that everyone cheats on me because I'm masculine energy. She is masculine energy. She doesn't have masculine energy. I am masculine energy. Then she continues to say that one day she might just shave all of her hair off and chop it all off to show and be proud of my male side. First of all, you can chop your hair and shave your hair and not be male. You could just do that to show your masculinity, but that doesn't make you male. That doesn't make your male side come out. It makes you feel more masculine, sure, but it doesn't make you a male. Then she continues to say, this is another fucking part that I hate. She said that she loves being part of the LGBTQ plus community. Sure. LGBTQ plus people, LGBT people, they love being part of the community. It's very accepting, and everyone pretty much, I don't want to say everyone because not everyone's but it's a place where you could just be yourself, which I understand. why she's saying that. It's just a very accepting place. But she's not trans. You can love the community and not be in it. You could completely support the community and be there for everyone, but it doesn't mean you're in it. You can be an ally, then you're kind of in it, but you're not part. You're part of the community, but you're not part of the community. Like, you support the community and you like being with the community, but you're not in. I don't know how to word that. You're not LGBTQ+, but you support it. So you're kind of there, but not really. Then she identifies, at the end, as a bisexual woman, a gay man, an ally, and as a transgender. There is so much wrong about that. You don't switch genders and sexualities. Like, you could realize something, but you're not switching. She calls herself a woman, then a bisexual woman, then a gay man, then as an ally. First of all, you don't identify as an ally. You can be an ally, but you don't identify as one. And then as a transgender. First of all, that is very offensive to say. A transgender. It would be a transgender person or a female to male person, but it's not a trans or a transgender, because that makes it sound like it's its own thing. And I mean, transgender people are people, so why can't they just be people, you know? Then she says that you can be all of them if you want, sis. For real, you can't be bisexual and gay and lesbian and transgender male to female and female to male and pansexual or asexual and non-binary and all this shit. You can't be all that at once. It just doesn't make sense. You can't be bi and gay, because if you're bi, you're not gay. It's in the same category, but you could only pick one, which doesn't make sense. Her just whole video, that's what I wrote, just doesn't, nothing matches up. And it's offensive. Like, just because you say you don't want to be offensive doesn't mean it's not going to be offensive. It's 100% offensive. The whole video is fucking offensive to anyone. Cisgender people, straight people, gay people, transgender people, anyone. It's just offensive in some way. It's just so bad. She doesn't understand what transgender is, which is fine. So a lot of people don't. But she just goes way too out of line at some points. And she offends literally everyone in the video. So it's like, yeah, you cannot understand about this, but then you go ahead and offend straight people, gay people, bisexual people, transgender people, cisgender people, just everyone. Which doesn't make sense. She doesn't have dysphoria. She literally is showing, she doesn't say, I don't have dysphoria, but she says that she likes her chest and her butt and she just does her hair sometimes and makeup and all this stuff, which, again, makeup's fine. I'm not a judgy person. But you don't have dysphoria. You don't want to chop off your chest. You don't... She's just not. Like, it doesn't add up. She needs education. So yeah, that's it for now. I don't know what else to say. I'll probably end up making a new video soon and starting to make this like a channel thing. Yeah, so peace out, fuckers.